Assalamu alaikum. We are studying the factors influencing the safety related behavior. In the last lecture, we had studied the factors like the organizational factor, the job factor, and the individual factors. We had left over some detail of an individual factors. Today, we will try to cover up that explanation. We studied in the last lecture that the individual factors are based on three things that were attitudes, competence, and motivations. These three factors usually shape the behavior of an worker. Now, let's first of all see what is attitude. Attitude is a thinking or way of feeling at something or looking at something that a worker usually feel about it. How we can exemplify it that relates to the attitude of a worker. Everyone has an attitude toward work. Some people think of it in a positive way, while others think it on a negative way. Attitude usually develops over a period of time and it could be changed by some part of the education, training, and other methods as well. This is because they are a self image of an individual, the mental picture of a person as and who they are. Attitudes do change but normally on slowly. In the context of workplace behavior, a worker is performing his task and he thinks that the machine having got on its rotating parts is very essential part for his safety. If he would remove of that part, then a consequently serious injury would be happened. So he would don't try to remove that part of the god from the machine. From other side, a person who have unsafe behavior or an unsafe attitude towards work, he would do his work by doing shortcuts and would give no preference to the safeguard on the machine, and he consequently would receive a serious injury. But worker is likely to remove the machine guard at the earliest opportunity. This was unsafe behavior of the worker because his attitude is totally unsafe. And now we see the first thing of acting safely is the attitude that should be encouraged, and the other way of attitude that is unsafe should be discouraged. Changing attitudes is notoriously difficult but can be done using various methods as we studied earlier, such as the first method is education and training. Workers usually educated in the hazards and risks associated with their work and machine, and the reasons why, if they uh, have absorbed the education and training, then they thought that the god is necessary to their safety. Then this thought would change their attitude over time. The other method is high impact intervention. Workers usually put through high impact training where they are shown pictures of injuries, serious injuries caused by failure to use the guard. This may change their attitude very quickly. The other is enforcement. Workers forced to use the guard by supervision and discipline will find that using it become a habit. After time, attitudes change to match their behavior. The next method is consultation and involvement of the worker in the decision making process. Workers consulted and involved in the decision making process usually own the responsibility and feel satisfaction by doing their work and act safely because they feel ownership of the process and are more likely to develop positive attitude towards the guard use. These methods were all about the changing of the attitude of a worker. No, next personality character towards safety related behavior of an individual factor is competency. Competency is a combination of knowledge, experience, and training and ability that a person brings from it to a level where they are able to perform to an acceptable standard and they are aware of their own responsibilities. Employers must ensure that workers are competent for the role that they are carrying out. To be competent, a worker must have the relevant knowledge, experience, and confidence also. Simply having a qualification of a person doesn't mean that he has the competency of that work. Likewise, carrying out the job for a long time doesn't either. A newly qualified worker might show more responsibility and safety related behavior or may or be more up to date with current technology, but they may also lack the experience that only comes with time. Now, let's see the personality trait or the characteristics. Motivation. Motivation also shape the safety related behavior of a worker. Now, let's see it in some detail. Motivation. What is the motivation? Motivation is usually a drive that a person try to achieve his goal. The thing that is making them to achieve their tasks in the future. In the context of health and safety, it is important to understand a worker motivation for carrying out their duties or job in a safe or unsafe way because that motivation can then be changed. The motivation that could be changed because first of all we have to evaluate the safe and unsafe motivation of the worker. No, workers often behave unsafely not simply because they are willful but because they perceive a reward and they think that the risk is worth the reward. Their useful behavior is incentivized. For example, a worker who can make more money by taking shortcut is far more likely to take that shortcut if they think they can get away with it. Similarly, a worker who can save themselves time and energy by taking a shortcut is far more likely and they will not take the shortcut. And rewards scheme is very useful to stimulate or motivate the workers so that they perform their duty safely. The best method is bonus system that is a reward system. This bonus is awarded at organizational level or to an individuals who performed their duty with less accident, incident, and injury rates. These are awarded on the basis of accident reporting system, not on the basis of safe working methods, because documented evidence are necessary to give the incentive to the workers. But usually, and it would be very pretty to say that the accidents are not reported at the workplaces, and the incentive scheme actually reward under reporting of accident, not safety behavior. These are all about individual factors, characteristics that shape the safety related behavior. The people who are new on my channel are requested to subscribe my channel so that they might receive daily updated videos relating to NIBOSH IGC, IG1 unit and IG2 unit respectively. Thank you so much.